Hello, hello, hello! Welcome and welcome to the stream! I'm Lydia Theodosia, and today I am playing Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, which is the Miles Edgeworth game. I know on Twitch it says it's like the OG kind of game. It isn't. It just doesn't have the option for collections, at least yet. So yeah, sorry to disappoint anyone, but yeah, just to clarify, so I just clicked that because that's the one we're on. Because it is 2 games in 1. We have, let's see, it's called Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, and then Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. That was it. Actually, I could have showed you that. I have it hooked up. What am I doing? Let me get into the game. Yeah, see. We have Imps Investigations, which is the first game. And then we have Prosecutor's Bandit, which is Bandit. If there was a bandit in here, Miles would be sending them to jail. Anyway, that's pretty obvious since there's a big old 2 in the title. But yeah, we are starting investigations because this is the first stream, so we're starting from the beginning. I know, shocking. Well, let's get into it. Oh, just to clarify, I have seen both of these. I have borrowed a friend's copy of the first game, and I watched the fan translation of the second game, but I have not played them in quite some time or interact with them. So there's probably a lot I've forgotten, so it'll be fun. It's kind of the thing with these old games. I've probably played it before. I'm not one to wait. Okay. No, we're doing HD. I have been... This is actually Saboria's copy. I am borrowing my twin sister's copy of the game. So I've been seeing her play it. I want to play with the HD sprites. They look really good. Also, I get to see all the funny faces Edgeworth makes. Oh, everything old is new. Oh, don't I know it. Turnabout Visitor, episode 1. Oops. Oh, I have to keep an eye on the sound. That's right. New game. Need to keep an eye on the sound. Oh. Oh, I'm in the way. Make sure the defendant is found guilty. What other choice do I have? I'm going over here. That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true. But why? Oh. Why go this far? Sorry. Maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. Oh, it's Edgeworth's old jacket. Hi, dude. Villain! He doesn't look like most of the villains we have in this series. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. I think you are a murderer among prosecutors, if you ask me. Okay. Can I go back over here? I might need to shrink down a bit. Hold on. Maybe right there. Here. Here might be good. Let's see. We'll see. Let's see. What do we have here? March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Wait, a.m.? It's like 2 hours after midnight? Yep, that's AM. This PM would be afternoon. Dang, it's early. Prosecutor's building, 12th floor hallway. Whoa. There's Edgeworth. You are up late, sir. Oh, what voice am I gonna give Edgeworth? I mean, we have the anime. It does have even an English translation. I don't think I can remember what he sounded like. I remember Phoenix sounds like because he's voiced by Eric Vale. And he voiced America and Natalia. And I can reckon the voices are pretty much the same. I know Phoenix's voice. I even know he's voiced, Phoenix is voiced by, let's see, Sam Regal for Yeah, the games? Is it both games? No, I think Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice? I think Phoenix has a few voice actors, to be honest, but I'm like, I can't think of a... Oh, well, I do remember Edgeworth going, Eureka! So I guess I'll copy that. But he's yelling then. Okay. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office a whole month. Or for a whole month. I hope that Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office. Keeping it clean. I'm sure he has, it's Gumshoe. Y'all need to give this poor man a break. And by y'all, I mean you. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe. What's the smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Ooh. Oh. What the? Dead! The dead dude! Oh no! The meaning of this? Ooh. Freeze. Ooh. Person. Edgeworth is none too pleased. Identify yourself. Shut up. Got some nerve committing murder in the prosecutor's office. Ooh. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. Edgeworth is not intimidated. He's not dumb, but he's also not intimidated. Oh, I think our would-be shooter is... I guess the murderer too. Somebody definitely died. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Clavat needs more sparkles! I mean... Should I get a sparkle Should I make a sparkle graphic so I can stick it on Edgeworth whenever he's on screen? I have that power! Maybe I'll make that my next poll on YouTube. Should I get a sparkle graphic to stick on Edgeworth? Okay. I think actually that would probably really annoy some people. Maybe I shouldn't. Little did I know that upon my return home, after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases, and some very frantic and busy days. Good luck, Edgy. Oh, the lights are on now. Look how unhappy Edgeworth is. Okay, it's still the same day, but it's 2:56 a.m. So it's been, what, it was 2:05 before. So that, yeah, 51 minutes have passed. It's been almost an hour since the first clip. Yeah, High Prosecutor's Office. Oh wait, High Prosecutor? I didn't... Offices? Room... Oh, I guess it's just meaning he's a higher up prosecutor. Okay. Moving on. I'm like, I didn't realize he's for the High Prosecutor's Office. I didn't really clock that. Yeah, 12... Wait. Right, he's on the 12th floor and he uses the stairs every single time. Because he hates elevators, the poor guy. Ooh. He thought. Ooh, forensic. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Red-pink suit perfection for Miles. Yeah, I think I've heard it called burgundy. I've heard it called magenta. I've heard it even called mahogany. No one can agree on the color of this man's suit. If you ask me, it looks very Roland-berry red. Yes, that's a Final Fantasy XIV reference. It's me. I'm never escaping Final Fantasy XIV. I really need to figure out how to play it. Stream it. I can play it. Stream it. I need to clarify that. Hold on. Anyway. Yes, sir. Oop, do I get a move? No, I don't. He's watching him. I mean, fair enough. This is his office. Okay. Oh, it's Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is the crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. Gumshoe! This is Dick Gumshoe. He is a detective with the local precinct. Precinct? Precinct! The word is precinct. Sorry. Within the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. The voices are probably gonna change until I get comfortable with one, just an FYI. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Ah, look what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. He's so unhappy. I wouldn't be worried about the dirt, I'd be worried about the blood! Edgeworth has strange priorities, but I suppose this isn't his first rodeo, so he's just like, some things I've just gotten used to, unfortunately. He's a fabulous roaster. He is! I might be biased, though. Me and my Victorian-inspired outfits. I know they're not spot on, they are modernized, but they are Victorian-inspired. More of 1890s, to be in particular. Again, I will say it, I don't think I've ever said it on stream. I've only typed it. But if you ever want to see, what would it be called? Antique? I suppose some of it would be vintage, but a good portion of it would be antique. If you ever want to see antique fashion, look up a fashion magazine called The Delineator. You might find some clothing that looks like what Edgeworth would wear. It's a woman's fashion magazine. There's not actually a lot of men's clothes. Anyway. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Oh, sounds like you're getting really burned up. Oh, over this whole thing. If I move down a bit, that'll help. Or maybe I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet. I have to go over here for this, I think. I think I'm over here. I am... Yeah, I'll just have to. I'm gonna be blocking the buttons, though. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. I think I could turn it up a little bit. As soon as I get the chance, I think I'm gonna go into settings and turn, like, sound effects down a bit, and so we can hear maybe a bit more of the music. Or y'all can tell me if you can hear- I know the music's gonna be much quieter than me, that's kind of the point, but you'll have to tell me if you can hear the music or not, because the music's really good in this game, and I know it's not gonna be heard clearly, but it'd be good to know if you can hear it at all. Hi, Brooklyn. Welcome, welcome. Okay. We must not look over anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, Why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Crime scene, my office. Is it really a coincidence the murder took place in my office? Probably not. Well, if I look over here... Just have to go here. I'm just gonna end up blocking some things. I get the nagging feeling this is something important to keep in mind. I think you're right, Edgeworth. Gumshoe. I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office. The office key. For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it. No most doors? I mean, even the doors of the place I live at have locks on it. Is it actually more unusual to have doors without locks? What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. We are doing this in Hercule Poirot! I can do this. That is the end result of using logic. So, how do you use it? Gumshoe. First, I recall the information we gathered with L, and then I connect them together with X. His little faces are funny. I don't know why I find this face so silly to me. Okay, pull up the menu. Oop, serious face. It's a really coincidence the murder took place in my office. Office key. Yeah. Then connect. Oh yeah. Doing things my way. All the rewards are silly. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are fitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Killer's goal. Why did this happen in my office? What was the killer after? New bit of logic. Really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Wow, it's just like in... Ooh. Has the Chronicle? Ooh. Ryunosuke's game. It is Chronicles, yeah. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles? Yes. But yeah, it's like just like in the Great Ace Attorney. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir! Begin investigation! Basics of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply use the A button when I'm next to it. Why did my own line reading make me laugh? Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use X, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Edgeworth. What's gun here? What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know! It was issued that exact I was issued the exact same model, I think. Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't used to mind much except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. Oh. I don't use mine much. Except in emergencies. Pardon me? It's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Okay, revolver. Found at this crime scene. It's the same model as those used by precinct detectives. Okay. Hello, can I talk to you? Oh, I can. If I get I have to go right into this man's space. Hello! Why do I have to get so close? Okay, that was a little further away. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir. Nothing of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet, there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. That's come true. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. Yeah, there's plenty. Ouch! Sofa? I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. That thing looks like a billion times softer than my mattress at home. And I found it too, just for a little while, sir. Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir! I'm gonna work hard and be a real copper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Whose fault is that? Edgeworth? Who's always cutting that poor man's pay? I know there's like more important things to investigate. I'm doing it my way. Ouch, they even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up ready for you when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Well, I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Aw, he wants to play chess with Gumshoe, even though he knows Gumshoe probably won't be very good. They're friends! You finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Poor guy! Wasn't he wearing a hat before? Okay, oh, okay, so it's... lights up blue? Okay, I guess? Oh no, blue is no interest. Okay. Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach. Oh wait, it looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know how much more, we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Crime scene notes. Bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. The body was found around 2:05 a.m. Which we already knew, because we saw that. You're gonna be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know how to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I keep all evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press the R trigger to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. Is that a wallet? What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of those before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh, hey! I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinkydink! Gumshoe? Green Edgeworth is just silence. Moving on. Isn't Gumshoe a Pokemon? Oh, you mean Yungoos? I mean, Yungoos is based on Gumshoe. Sneaky, I'll allow it. Let's take a look inside. Buddy Faith. Why did that name make me laugh? Oh, he has a signature. You have nice handwriting, buddy. Oh no, I just realized we have a buddy in My Sims. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, buddy died. That's what I'm more. Even though if it was in My Sims, he'd either come back as a zombie or a ghost, so it's not as sad. Okay. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. Victim was a detective. According to his badge and ID, Buddy Faith was a precinct detective. Yeah. Rank detective, that is what it says on the badge. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of... Wait, what is it? Pertinent information. Don't you calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other? Oh, I also want to investigate Edgeworth. Okay, that's just on him. Poor buddy. Your files are all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Signs of a struggle. Aw, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all of the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. You thought it! I can go look back in the VOD! You were hoping Gumshoe cleaned your room! Don't sass him for cleaning your room! I'm gonna sass you. Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you... Wait, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? Edgeworth, be nice. I will never not defend the Gumshoe. That man gets too much slack. He's not, like, the best detective, but, like, he has the heart. He's doing his best. I don't believe it. I packed those files on the shelves. Wait. So tight. That not even an earthquake could make them fall off, but just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem, to be sure. Edgeworth is not like earthquake. Books on the floor. Oh, we already investigated them. Let's see. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Yeah, but it says gum? Yeah. There's blood on that. Can I look up? No, I can't. Doesn't seem to be an option. Okay, let's look around the rest of the room now. I think that's pretty much what we got there. Oh, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. Oh, that's not a wallet. That's, a police identification badge thingy. The killer's going to pay. Tea set. Yikes! You're really mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart. It can only be bought in England. Costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What? No, I feel like the killer wasted one of my monthly paychecks. I think you have every right to be mad about that. Oh. Trophy thing. Oh, it's your trophy. The, Knight of Prosecutors. Right? King of Prosecutors. And it's not a trophy. It's a shield. Dude was looking for something behind the books. Possibly? Given that I think those are like case files, it might, and it looks like one of them is missing from that line. I did notice that one of them just might have been grabbed. They were looking for the case file. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, this is the first introduction case. It's not going to be the hardest thing in the world. If it looks like something, it probably is. Okay. I only send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes. I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. Edgeworth has the tea set collection. Yes! I have lots of tea. I should have made myself tea. I really want some tea right now. But I'm out of my favorite blend right now. Oh well. I'll still get some tea later. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir! I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime. Fortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. You're so rude, Edgeworth. Wait, are you— oh, this is at the desk. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tiny that it looks newer than when I first bought it. Oh, yeah, that thing's so polished that it makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, Detective. My job is to protect your office, sir! And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. Oh, that's harsh, sir. I have to admit the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. Please don't! If he wasn't actively on duty, Edgeworth, I don't think he deserves a pay dock. Even security guards, when they're off work, can't guard things. You should know this, Edgeworth. Well, it's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Oldie Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like The Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Odi Tokyo, and The Nickel Samurai, along with the deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show, gives it presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Edgeworth likes his Steel Samurai. Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. Hit a nerve. He hit a nerve. We love a prosecutor with silly hobbies. I love knowing that about Edgeworth. He likes to Steel Samurai. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. He's such a fanboy. He's such a fanboy. Okay. Okay, I can talk to this thing. Okay, here. I'm going to move a little bit. Okay, there we go. How is it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. That's no better or worse than you. Well, how you speak, Edgeworth. Okay, that I think is the whole room now. Let me check the desk. We don't get another prompt for checking this side. No. Okay. So I can talk to Gumshoe. Oh wait, what does Gumshoe have to say? Well, sir? Notice anything about the investigation, the info I gathered? We probably do need to talk to Edgeworth. Or have Edgeworth talk to Gumshoe. Okay. Notice anything? Is there anything you noticed that you'd like to share, Detective Gumshoe? Just that I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. The investigation's just gotten started, so I guess there's not much else to say. So, were you the one that found the body, Mr. Edgeworth? Unfortunately. Upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked. And what awaited me inside was this whole messy affair. Ouch, that's rough. Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective. Sorry, sir. Oh no! Pip, kick puppy look for Gumshoe. No sad Gumshoe. I assume you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe. Of course, sir. Examine anything and everything with the A button. By checking various things out, we can gather all sorts of evidence and information. You can see the evidence we've collected with R. For information and leads, it's the L trigger. That's it! Great job, sir! Reasonable is the way to go! It's called deductive reasoning, detective. Really something you lack. Okay. The info I've gathered. I seem to have picked up a few good leads. Oh, so now you're gonna do the thing with all that information, right? What are you babbling about? The brainy thing you were talking about just a few minutes ago, sir. Logic. You said that you can look at all your leads and info by pressing the L trigger. Then you pick the ones that seem related with A and connect them with the X button. That's your way of investigating, right, sir? Yes, which is why this exercise in explaining my own method to me was unnecessary. Okay, then how about I explain my logic to you next? It's even more unnecessary. Poor Gumshoe. Oh, I can show Gumshoe things. I just noticed that if I push X, I can present him something. Alright, whoop. Oh, okay, so this is our evidence. Edgeworth has his badge. Prosecutor's badge. Proof of my profession. However, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. So he doesn't usually wear it. It's so fancy and shiny. Let's see. We only have Buddy's and Gumshoe's profile. Now, okay. Oh. Okay, why did this happen? So we have the killer's goal. Why did this happen in my office? What was the killer after? Signs of a struggle. My files are a mess, pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer. The victim was a detective. According to his badge and ID, Buddy Faith was a precinct detective. Revolver. Found at the crime scene. It's the same model as those used by the precinct detectives. Okay, so that's what we have right now. Killer's goal, signs of struggle. Was it the victim? I mean, that would be pretty straightforward. Would be... Well, you know, there's a killer, there's a victim. Okay, I guess let's try obvious first. Correct? No, okay. The pieces don't fit together quite right. Okay. Then maybe it's the files. I don't think the goal would be the revolver. Is it this? Files? No. Boo. I mean, I can think of ways to piece it together, but that doesn't mean that's what the game wants me to do. Signs of struggle. What does the game want me to piece together? I guess I should... Yeah, signs of a struggle. Victim. Killer dropped the gun. Aww. I'm not sure how these connect, if I'm being completely honest. So these two don't work and these two don't work. The nearly or easier case obviously makes sense, but no, it's not gonna work. In my office, what was the killer after? Do I need to examine something? Okay, ours. I can't examine any of the evidence. Wait. What did I have? Not that. Ooh, this one. Let's see. I figured out... The first thing I found was the revolver. And they had the killer's goal. Actually... I think after I examined... I got these two pieces of information. Edgeworth was like, I can piece something together. Because I only checked the books afterward. So actually, is this what I want to be put together? Oh, yeah! A revolver, the standard modern used by detectives. Could have belonged to our recently departed. Oh, that's where they're going with it. Okay. That's the main problem even with Hercule Poirot, is that how I connect things and how the game wants me to connect things is not the same. Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir! On it now, sir! Excuse me, pal. Let's see. Let's see, what have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir! This guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Okay. It was issued to the victim. That's what the victim's revolver. Okay. Revolver's been updated. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. Oh, we get a look at it! As I always say, you gotta look real careful at each piece of evidence. Okay, tell me how to do. You can use the R stick to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use L and R to zoom in and out and get at the nitty-gritty. Can I? Oh, it's already zoomed out. There's a horsey! Oh, you can't examine it. There's a horsey. Okay, how many bullets are left? Okay, I only shot one. It looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wresting the gun from him. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. Oh. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to, Jim! Oh my gosh. Dude! Did you need to body check my detective? Oh why, oh why? How could this happen to a guy like you? Edgeworth is undo, please. Okay. Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone. Just let me be. Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk to him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure, in a bloodstained suit, pal. We know you're the one who did it. I would have smacked this guy already, and he's had two scenes of screen time. I'm already like, the Lion, the Witch, the audacity of this. I'm sure you can finish that off on your own. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Well, yes, I am. I'm Jack Sportsman, prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime, busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth. And like you, I'm also a prosecutor. Schofield. Oh yeah, I should probably mention how a lot of people have seen this game is by the fandom translations. So like a lot of the names are different from what people have been calling these characters for years. I'm not sure if there's any that are the same because I haven't looked into it too much myself because I'm like, I've played it before, so I'm not gonna get spoiled, but you know, I kind of wanted to keep you know, I wanted to keep my memories as hazy as they are, so, you know, there are going to be moments of like, oh, I totally forgot this happened! So, it's more interesting that way. So I'm not sure how much is going to be different or the same. As far as I know, like, all the names are different. And except for, like, Gumshoe and Edgeworth, because they showed up in previous games, so the fan translators just use, you know, the same names. So, yeah. There's that. But I kind of wonder if it was on purpose, because if all the names are different, it has less legal headaches for, like, the fan translators, for Capcom to get mad at them. Like, it's obvious it's the fan translation if the names are different, you know? So I'm like, I kind of wonder if that was done on purpose, because if that was an intention, which it probably would not be said, because business, legal reasons, blah, blah, blah. But I do have to wonder if that was a reason, you know? That the devs are trying to be as nice to the fans as they possibly can. But I haven't really looked into it, given that I wanted to keep the memories vague and whatnot. Okay, so this is Gumshoe speaking. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office? Yes, that is correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim! Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not! I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has a key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. Nothing good. I'm glad you have better instincts than logical sense there, friend. So it was you, then. You're Jim's killer. No way, pal. You got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Sportsman, correct? You're a real prosecutor. You should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. The amount of times Edgeworth responds to things is just silence. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now how about a handshake to seal the deal? Do you want to arm wrestle or do you actually want a handshake? A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there! Sir! What? Oh. Is that what he was trying to get Edgeworth to do? That's not a handshake. I don't even know what you would call that. Hold on. Rearrange things on my desk. Ooh. There we go. I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. Ah, okay. I'm so glad I have an expressive... Just... Yeah. Yeah. This guy's a real piece of work, ain't he? I should probably give them some space. Yeah, let the weirdos be weirdoing. Okay, we can investigate this now that the guy is over there now. Ah, your jacket, sir! What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. Wait! Wait! That's important! The gun we found only has 1 bullet, but now we have evidence of 2 bullets. Because obviously Buddy was shot, but also this was shot. Oh, so there's another gun at play, because the revolver we found is only missing a singular bullet. That's going to be very important later. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well. They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you trade... What? Wait, that you... Oh, made. They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in. What if they had shot through it? That would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? Take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. The safe behind the frame. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Oh, no, he's meaning the bullets. Really? I say contradiction. He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. Do you miss your friend Phoenix? They're edgy. I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my own way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. Woo! First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. There. This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something off, I should point my cursor at it and press X with conviction. it. And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. Okay. Yeah, the revolver.
Eureka!
This bullet hole is a contradiction. What do you mean, sir? Elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. And the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right! I forgot to mess with the sound. Me in the middle of an explanation. Wait. Oh, hey, wait. I can't do options right now, can I? Yes. Okay, hold on. Oh, it looks like it's already maxed, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Ooh, then I can turn this down. There is a safe behind the jacket frame. Yes, there is. Indeed. But I don't, that's not what Edgeworth is worried about now. I'm gonna leave the sound effects a little more down though. Okay. Dang it, I can't turn up the music more. Boo. It's annoying when games start off as at max volume and not like, if the volume is like 1 out of 10, it usually starts on an 8, but then there's things that start at a 10. I'm like, can you not? If I want to turn something up louder and it's already loud, then it makes it a pain. I now have tea. I didn't mention this, but I was getting a bit distracted because someone brought me tea. It's a little warm though. I'm gonna burn my tongue on it. If I don't blow on it a little. Yeah, tea. Ah. Okay, that's much better. I needed that. Oh, you know, while we're at it, stretch break. We've been at this an hour. Everyone stretch if you've been sitting for a bit, if you can. Ah. Stretch break. It's not good to stay still for so long in the same position. Yeah, tea. Very nice indeed. I hope you have your beverage of choice if you so desire a beverage. Dear the painted Mises. Okay. Let's see. RS. Right. However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. The killer have another gun prepared for tonight. Yeah. Another handgun. This is the victim's gun that I found. Could there be another gun in play here? Well, evidence points towards it. By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Ah, that. It's a secret safe. Hey, secret safe? Oh, I smell money. I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like that. What you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Why can't you do it, Edgeworth? Roger that. And Gumshoe is sneezing. I'm not gonna try to copy a Gumshoe sneeze. You'll just have to deal without. Talk about Dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. It's so big. I appreciate the nickname. That's it. Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. You wouldn't have to be... Gumshoe, you cannot steal from the safe. That's illegal. Secret safe. Each prosecutor has one in their office. Only they know of them. Trial evidence used? I need this guy. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. It looks like this is suspicious. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I just lit up. Now this is odd. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, immediately. You found something, sir? This keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it. But not on the keypad itself. You there, forensic scientist. Yes, sir! Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir! I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. It looks like it was wiped down well. Wipe fingerprints. All the fingerprints on this have been wiped clean off. On the safe. Why doesn't it include that it's on the safe? Oh, now it... Okay, included that information on the secret safe. Yeah, yeah, prints were wiped. It only finishes off at the end. That's the only difference. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Yeah. And I have a better idea of what I'm trying to piece together. Okay, so... Ooh, I'm in the wrong menu. The killer's goal... might have been the safe. Can I get to that conclusion by piecing these two things together? Is that gonna work? Yeah, it did! I believe I've figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. Yeah. Motive theft? Question mark? The culprit tried to open my safe. Was the killer's motive theft? Your guess is as good as mine, Edgeworth. I say as I've already played this game. I wonder if knowing the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Yeah. Sign of a struggle. I don't think it's the handgun. It's... I think this. If we can piece two more things together, it's gonna be these two, I believe. Ooh. Yeah! There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir! I'm gonna shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library. Sure. Let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones have to die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth does not want to justify this man's comments with any kind of words. He just responds with silence. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. Oh my gosh, he deemed it appropriate to respond with words. Sorry, I'm teasing Edward. All we can do is search for the truth. I can't take this conversation seriously, given that we already know this guy's a baddie. I'm like, don't comfort him, he doesn't care. Though it's actually pretty good words, I will admit. That's actually pretty good advice, Edgeworth. I appreciate you. Appreciate the writing of this game. Sportsman. Because he's a sportsman. I love how punny the names are. I almost went noms. Yeah, that makes sense. And, so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it! Here, let me help! So this file goes here, and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal! Okay, done! Oh. It would appear that the murder was definitely It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here. Yes. Well, I suppose Edgeworth has dealt with a few instances of finding the body elsewhere, so never mind. He's fair to say that. The bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. And then the guy fell to the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kinda grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. You know I'm no good with blood, sir. Why are you a homicide detective? I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. I can't keep it together. I'm like, yeah, there is, but I don't think that's what Edgeworth is meaning. Okay. Oh, there's the bullet hole. So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file spine indicates the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. And I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. Yeah, I guess so. Can I examine him again? I don't think so. It appears that the victim was in a sitting position here, after being shot. Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it. That would be the logical conclusion. I think that also gets... Oh, it's here. And we moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf. Blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well. In a sense, I suppose. See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth. Or gum through. What about the rest of the files? I put them all back, just as they should be, sir. Doesn't it look like anything's missing? Maybe? Let's see. 3A, 3B, 3C, 0A, 0B, 0C, 0D, 0E? That's a little hard to read with the blood on it. See. 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, 2... I'm sorry, that got me. I'm like 2D. I'm like me! Okay, I'm like this game. Okay, silly thoughts. 2E, 2F, 2G, 2H. Let's see. Then up top, it's 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, 1G, 1H. Can we flip any of these around? No, none of the spine. They're all different colors. What is Edgeworth on about? I'm not seeing it. I put them all back, just as they should be, sir. It doesn't look like anything's missing. Although it does not look like the killer moved the body to flip. Oh, flip. Though it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for. Oh, wait, you know what? I mean, we have 0, 1, 2, 3. Shouldn't it... be organized differently? These are one. I feel like something's different about here. Yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now this one, it feels off there. Oh, we need to check the handprints though. Victim's handprints! He must have tried to support himself with his hands after being shot. There are prints on the floor too! Those must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. Why are the fingerprints pointing in the room? The live guy was doing a handstand or something. I think he just pressed his hands on the ground. Like, if you hold your palms down on the floor. I think that was it. Though, you know, it kind of looks like he's holding something. Which is interesting. I don't think the bloodstains tell us too much. There's a bit there. I don't know why that's there. Oh, yeah, these are because that's near where the bullet came out, so blood spatter. And that's from his hands, because he touched his wound, clearly. Why is there blood on the blow here? I'm not sure. Okay, what do we have as evidence? Okay. Bullet was clean through the victim's abdomen, the body was found. Well, yeah, we found the bullets, so I don't think anything contradicts with that. Issued to the victim and believed to be the murder weapon. Only one shot fired. Yeah. We've established there was more than one shot. Oh, I can look at this? Oh, I can't. Okay. Yeah, it still has the check on that fact that it only is missing one bullet. Oh wait, maybe facing shooter and leaning on the shelf. Yeah, slipping to the floor. Yeah, that's what they've been saying. Okay, and then we have the logic. Oh. We only have the other handgun right now. Nothing else to look at. I know there's something off, Edgeworth said there was something off, but I'm like, I don't know at the moment what Edgeworth is meaning. Oop! I got the controller. My bad. I know there's files. Wait. Do we have... I mean, we can see the files that are actually behind the victim's body right now. That have the gumshoe on. Not sure if that indicates it's one of these. I want to look behind him. Oh wait, can I? No, I can't move it behind. Yeah, we've also already established that too. Let's see. Of the evidence we have. Yeah, we got Mr. Portsman. Yeah, victim's gun. Could it bring another gun? Wait, no. If we want to contradict something we are looking at, we need evidence. So it has to be something here. Bullet went clear through the victim's abdomen. Oh, wait. Oh, I get it now. The victim was standing. These are in the wrong place. Like the whole row is, like I was thinking before. Okay, so yeah, we do. Okay, I got it. This is off. Because it's too low down. Eureka! There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? Whom do you see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up. Yeah, that's what I figured out. It took me a second, but I figured it out. Yay. But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot. Yeah, we can see that. which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. Then that means... Wait, what does that mean, sir? Thank you for the congratulations. It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. It was the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position. Position of the body, position of the handprints. Well, order of the files. The files are in the wrong order. Yeah. I believe the order of the files is a bit off. You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir. Oh? Yeah, you see how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? Oh yeah, that's what I figured out too. That's really weird. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved? They've finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. Be pleased, Detective Gumshoe. Oh. Oh, they put his hat back on. Gumshoe put his hat back on. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Fake. And then put the files back into a numerical order, I guess. Exactly. And then proceeded to shoot the victim. Why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice. Once before and once after the crime. But why? Not that the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. Can I finally examine this? This is... What is that? What does it say Gumshoe on there in blood? T. I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of a criminal activity indeed. Oh, wait, there's gotta be some mistake! Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me! Say something, sir! It appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is that what the killer was really after? Stolen file data jotted down. Why am I reading that? Stolen file. One of the files that were written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit. Yep. Okay, you know, maybe oh, I got that. That filled back up. I'm gonna do this. Maybe if I go like this. Block the words a little less. Okay, let me move around. Let me move around. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, and I want you to move a little more down. Like this. Here? I can get a little bigger, maybe. Okay. This is slightly better. I think. I'm not sure. Edgy will solve this without leaving his office. He just might. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this is the most important message managed to reach- Oh, and this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me! You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you are going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words. There's no more than that enough. Jim's words. There's more than enough. Oh, okay. Take 3. Jim's words. They're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it! Ooh, I like this song. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you going to do? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. Oh! How can you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? Maybe some other time. I'm sorry, Gumshoe. He's going to get that kick puppy look, isn't he? Mr. Sports... Yeah. I want to call him Sportsman. Mr. Portsman, if you are ready. Aw, if you don't have time, you could just say so, sir. He did get that kick puppy look. I know how to do this. I still want a drink of my tea. Okay, you know what? I want a tea break. My throat's a little rough from doing all the voices. Ah. Okay, much better. Oop. Eh. There we go. Mr. Portsman's logic. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be his final words that you will be... And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. I've already, like, that makes no sense already. And I'm barely even trying to think about it, because I'm trying to read it. Intend to argue the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear Jim's voice, and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Oh, I am sure he is. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? Look at the smug... Look at the smug dastard. Look at Edgeworth. He's like, is that so? I think differently, smug face. There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. Okay. I suppose we... Did it freeze? Okay, no it didn't. I just didn't push the button well enough. Okay, so we can press, so we probably want to do that to make sure we don't miss any pieces of evidence. Yeah. Stole Jim's gun from him. Messed up the files to look like he committed. What can I present? One of the files was written upon in the blood that was stolen by the culprit. I like how there's just a... I don't think I can make that sound properly. But I like this song. I wonder what it's called. Okay. Move Jim's body. Yeah, but if he was in front of the bookshelves, that wouldn't make sense. Because this was blocking it. Like, he wouldn't see his name. He would have noticed beforehand, though. Okay. But can I already push that point? Okay. Let's
hold it.
Press on this. And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway. Oh, that wasn't very much.
Hold it!
Why do you think that the killer... why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. Rude! Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal! There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. Well, my first impression of you was you're a cold-blooded murderer, so what do you say to that, Mr. Portsman? I can't say I disagree with him on that point. Why don't you say something, sir? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth! Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it, with evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game-finishing spike. Are you a volleyball player? I think this might... You know what? Can I save it? Yeah. What? Oop. Oh, that was autosave. Okay, I just saved for the first time. I should have done that earlier. If something glitched out, we would have lost all of our progress. Okay. Do you want me to present this? Or... do I want this photo? Because I can say it's blocking. I'm not... I'm like, I know what point I want to make, but how do I tell the game that? Always a problem. I'll try this, because one of the files was written on was stolen by the culprit, or... a bullet went quick through the victim's abdomen, the body was found. I guess I just do this.
Objection!
Oh. I got a reward because Edgeworth went, objection! I just remembered, I think I saw somebody who saved their game, because I know on the DS, this actually had voice recognition, because there's a mic built into the DS. I think somebody said that they failed the case because they just had too much fun saying objection. Too much. Because I just kept saying it even though it would fail them. And then they're like, this is why I had to save all the time, because I just have too much fun making the characters say it. It was such a silly thing to read. But honestly, same. I too would probably be like, you know what, saves it. Just starts saying objection into the mic a few times and be like, well, that's out of my system now. Okay, anyway. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. Ah, bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible. That's impossible. What's impossible, Mr. Yeah. What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The file on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines. Oh yeah, because one was missing by the murderer, so yeah. Even Gumshoe would have noticed that. It's possible they could have taken the file before committing the murder. And written on it with what blood? I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters and the detective's name, where the file should be, is proof. Yeah! I mean, the S is gone, and there's only half an H. If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Ah. Parrot sound. Which means, what exactly? Does that make this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene, which we already have plenty of evidence of. Also, can I just point out how shiny Mr. Portsman's forehead is? The man is so shiny. Gumshoe called out. Yeah, the poor detective. That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see, I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time. Well, Mr. Sportsman? Seriously, this man is so shiny. His face is so shiny. I think the metal and his face are the same amount of shininess. Alright. You know what? I'm not doing the laugh. Brilliant! Absolutely splendid! Logic deserving of Olympic gold! I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes. Somehow I doubt you really think it that way. You seem the type to only care about winning. Not everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. Ah, but you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to bring this up, however... Edward's on guard. Well, what is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me. And Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal. Oh. Why does he look like a doctor now? What is this appearance? That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense you still have something to say? Okay, what? Are you trying to fly away? What are you doing? Well, I was thinking, didn't you know there is one other person with a key to this office? One other person? Oh, he took it off. Hey, you there. Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort the lovely young lady here for me? A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness. Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal! Don't! What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Maggie! I believe she needs no introduction. I've called upon Miss Maggie Bird as a member of security. Oh, poor Maggie. Can't catch a break. Oh, she's shown up in, Phoenix's trial. She was, what is it? It wasn't the first one, because that's with Larry Butts. Is it the second or third game of the Phoenix games? I think it's the second one, because that's the one where Phoenix has amnesia, temporary amnesia. But it also could be the third. I don't remember well enough right now. But we've seen her before. Well, not on this channel. I haven't played any of TL. She's new, but I know who she is. I keep forgetting I haven't played the original. Yeah, I have not played the original trilogy on this, so this makes no sense. I'm sorry. Detective Gumshoe, sir. Aggie! I'm so sad. Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see. And your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. What? If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you! I would never sneak into somebody's room. That's right! I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me, that's right, I did it. Let me take that as confession, Detective. Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Are you gonna try flying? Nope, he's not gonna try. I'm like, how many? Is he gonna try flying away again? I don't know what I'm supposed to interpret him taking on and off his jacket. I'm like, if that actually has relevance, maybe a Japanese culture thing, and I'm just not getting it. I'm like, am I missing something? I'm also not into sports very much, so maybe it's a sports thing too. I honestly don't know. Just to me, it just looks like he's trying to fly away. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. I get the posing like this. That girl's the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. Trying to fly away again. Reason for suspicion. It's pretty obvious that Mrs. Bird... Okay, try again. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. So you're saying she used the master key. Master key. This can only... Oh, this can open every office door, and is used... Oh, is used... Its use is controlled by security staff. Yeah. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier, as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. Are you an athlete or a prosecutor? I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. I'm going to impress. Okay. The master key. Yeah, Gumshoe leaves only Miss Bird as a prime suspect. After which she knows the detective. Probably she was the one who's faking. Okay. Think. This one's probably more likely to get us the information we want. I'll press on this. Making all the tennis references. Are you a metal man? Yeah. It's also sounds like you can make volleyball references. I think it might be volleyball references. I vaguely remember a character breakdown I watched a really long time ago. I think his shirt's kind of like a volleyball jersey from back when this game, like the era this game is supposed to be roughly set in. So I think he's supposed to be a volleyball player. But I know there's also, because I saw my sister play, there's a basketball hoop in the hallway. So I'm like, I think it's in general, but he makes a lot of volleyball references. I guess at least that's what it sounds like to me, but that just could be the only sports I know to any length is like I know a little bit of American football and I know some volleyball and baseball. So I'm like, otherwise I don't really know. It could be tennis. Well, I guess tennis players do wear that too. Yeah, maybe it is tennis. But again, I think it's also, in general, sports. I wouldn't be the one to ask. Okay. Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master key? Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else. Have you know, I have never made a spare. So what are you insinuating? Nothing. Guess I should have known better than to suggest that someone like you would. Okay, that wasn't helpful. Okay, sorry, I'm enjoying the music. Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point. He's practically a celebrity among us prosecutors. Really? Never knew I was so talked about, sir. I'm worried if celebrity is the correct word now. Are you guys picking on Gumshoe? We're holding our collective breath, you know? For when you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force. What? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course not. That's hogwash. He's lying through his teeth. I do like it how Edgeworth and Gumshoe are actually portrayed as they are unfriendly terms. So Edgeworth does try to spare on occasion Gumshoe's feelings, but he's always really bad at it. Phew, don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there. Edgeworth. Oh, we don't even get a follow-up comment from Edgeworth. Okay.
Hold it!
Keep getting this. My dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe? I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. And just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence. I would love to. But first we should listen a bit more and digest what he's saying. Was this the wraparound dialogue already? Press him for more information. Okay. So we didn't get anything for the last three.
Hold it!
Let's try this. Are you sure Miss Bird is the only oh, it was the first one to get this. Ah. Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? Why are you putting your arms up? That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to. What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. You can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Should I hear Miss Bird out? Absolutely asking for more details. Miss Bird's more reliable than this sporty dude. Not so fast. I, too, am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. And I say it'd be a waste of time. Well, we don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing around 1 AM, sir. Yeah, that would be definitely before Edgeworth got here. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Sportsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. Ah, a likely story. Where is this proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me. You don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Oh, you guys don't even know the half of it if you haven't seen the case with her in it. Oh my gosh, her luck is so bad. I feel so bad for her. It's like, and Maggie Bird's here. I'm like, it's not her. And they're like, how do you say that? I'm like, have you seen this girl's life? Actually, I just remembered. She shows up in the manga. Yes, there is actually Ace Attorney manga. There's one based on Phoenix, one based around Edgeworth, and then I think there's a, what are they called? Anthology series, which is like, I think it's more than one book. I want to say 2 or 3, but I have to go check because I have them all. I just haven't looked at them a bit. I think Miles has about 5, 6 books, and Phoenix's stories have about, I want to say 8. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've looked at how many volumes. I usually don't pay attention to that. I'm not really good at keeping track of numbers. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. A motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves, and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. Can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Or intent, from the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I say thievery. Okay, so that's new. Okay. What do we have? Let's see. I have a revolver. I do have missing. I don't know if I have... It was stolen from the security office. We're debating her motive. I'm not sure. Okay. For some of this, maybe I need more info? The last bit of dialogue. Though we had established Detective Gumshoot's innocence pretty thoroughly. It was just a theory, one hypothesis among many possibilities. He did immediately choose you, Edgeworth. He's just going down the list at this point. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? Now, don't make that face. See? There goes the truth running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. Ah, but we're in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? If so, then I hope you'll understand what I say. Are you going to actually talk? He's gonna pose and waste time for a bit before he talks. And since she's the only one who could have opened your office door, then it leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. Oh wait, don't we have the key? No, we don't have Edgeworth's key. The gumshoe hat. Okay, what if we press on the new bit?
Hold it!
Will we get more info from Maggie? I concur that the culprit's motives appear to have been thievery, however. Glad to hear the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old me. However, with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe... Hey, good thinking, asking for my opinion on the matter. Would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence? He's like, would you shut up a little? Okay. Is it on one of the files that were written upon and blood stolen by the culprit? Well, it doesn't make sense. Well, this is the thievery. Whoop, nope. I mean, let's see. 0F, 0G. Oh, hello, Mint Green. Oh, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Yeah, FG, HIJK. Yeah, the H file. 0H is missing. What to do with this? One of the files written in Palm Lives. I feel like we present this, but I'm not sure where Edgeworth is going with it. It would be... Oh, wait! Oh, wait! Only the prosecutors are supposed to know this. Each prosecutor has one in the office. Only they know of them. The prints were white. That doesn't make sense with... yeah, because the shelves to the white then. Okay. Oh wait, no, I can present that right then. Okay, yes, present this. Because she wouldn't know about the safe. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Ah! And it was at this moment, he knew he effed up. Yeah! Took me a bit to figure that out, but I did. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. She's eating his medal! Nah. Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. Edgeworth, I think the man is guilty. Maybe even without the beginning cutscene, I think the man is a little bit guilty. Look at that face. That is not a face of an innocent person. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Edgeworth knows. Or he has strong suspicions. He's like, I may not be able to prove it, but I know it's you. Curses, why? What made you... What's with the angry face all of a sudden? This is a guilty face. Yep. It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you say? We were partners. Like inseparable conjoined twins. Doubt. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. And that means... Yeah, I know. I only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it. But the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief. And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me? Edgeworth's like, you're what? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession. What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't... I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. That's what that face. Ah! Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless... Well, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. See no honor. Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. Ah, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run this show. Edgeworth is not happy. Listen, pal. How many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But sir... We have no choice but to accommodate his request for now. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman. We will meet again. If that's a formal request for the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. No, don't disappoint me, you hear? I think you want to be disappointed. Oh, that's a to be continued. Oop. Is it gonna ask to save? I'm like, I want to hear the jingle. Yay, save. Ladder? Investigating the hallway. Apparently we're gonna be in the hallway next time. Alright. Boop. So, that is about right on the mark today. Yay, we got to... Yeah, we got to the first to be continued. Oh gosh, why am I having trouble saying that? I'm having so much trouble speaking. Okay. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Ooh. I was a little bit, it took me a little bit to figure some of the things out, but I was doing good. So proud of myself. I managed to figure it out on my own. Though I will say, if I have too much trouble, well, if I take too long to solve things, I will look it up because I'm like, can I solve it? Yes. I have been able to solve these on my own. I think the only game I've actually had to look things up because I was that stumped has been Apollo Justice's game, I'm sad to say. The only time I've been like thoroughly stumped in an Ace Attorney game. It didn't have Like, did it take me like 20 minutes to figure this out? Yes. But did I figure it out? Yes. Usually it just takes me looking over the evidence and like stuff like that and I can figure it out, but I think Apollo Justice is the first time I've ever had trouble in an Ace Attorney game to that degree. Because even though Spirit of Justice, I think I looked it up once, but that was also, again, because it was really late and I wanted to make sure I was correct. And I have been definitely in Great Ace Attorney, looked it up, but that was, again, more of, I don't want to spend 20 minutes on stream when I only stream for 2 hours. Looking it up, trying to figure it out. That doesn't sound that entertaining. So yeah. So, am I the best? No. But can I figure it out eventually? Yes. And I'm having a good time. I'm able to piece it together. Honestly, I'm doing a little better than I thought I would be. And there we go. We will be sure to be seeing more of this because I'm having a good time. I'm hoping I can solve all these things rather than just like watch it for the second one because I've only ever watched the second game. I played a little bit of the first, but I think I actually mostly watched it. I think I only borrowed only a little bit the game from my friend, but I think I watched the rest of it. Come to think of it, it's been so long. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this. I hope you guys are liking it too. If you are, please do hit the like on YouTube there. Leave any comments and all that. The solution should be easy next time you play. Yeah. I'm not too worried. We did get to be continued, so we'll be picking up off apparently in the hallway. New area. Which is good. So I'm looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. This is fun. I do know these are good, because I do know the story in broad strokes. I forgot the details clearly. It would be a lot easier to solve this if I remember the details, huh? But that's exactly why I'm trying to avoid seeing it again. I'm like, I want to go in here with as vague as memories as possible, so I'm actually solving it again. I mean, that's a point of these games, is to solve them on your own. I'm tempted to go stream Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice, because I haven't done those yet, but I don't really want to play the Apollo Justice ones. The actual Apollo Justice. I do actually, there's 4 cases on that one. I do like the first 3, but I haven't been able to get myself to play through the 4th. I'm sorry to say. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it's about it that I'm like, I just don't want to play it. I just don't want to play it, I'm sorry. I like the other 3 cases, but I don't like this one. It's also, I had to look so much stuff up already because I just could not figure it out. It's really bad. I feel so bad because the Apollo Justice game gets so much flack, so I feel so bad saying anything negative about it. But I've also been having a hard time, so it's like, I'm like, I did like the other cases though. I definitely like Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. I actually like more. I think if I had to rank the like actual games, not investigations, because you're not actually in the court, but the actual games you go in court, it's 100% the Great Ace Attorney games is at the top. But then I think it's Spirit of Justice and then Dual Destinies for me, and then I'm not really sure how to rank the other games. But yeah, I do enjoy Ace Attorney. I wouldn't say there's a bad Ace Attorney game, even though I can't get through the last game. I'm having trouble getting through the last case of Apollo Justice. I still wouldn't say it's bad. It might pick up later, come to think of it, but yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, this part is the slog. There's games that are good that have their sloggy parts though, and people still overall go, no, it's a good game. It's by and large, people don't like this like one part right here. But I'm not, it's like one little part of the game versus like the rest of it not being, you know, though the rest of it's good, then I'm like, I'm not gonna call that a bad game just because one part's not so good. That's just rude. That's so judgy. And a bad sort of judgy, if you ask me. But anyway, I do hope y'all have been enjoying this. I figured, given that there's quite a bit of you that came well, found my streams because we were playing the Great Ace Attorney, that this one's probably gonna be, oh, I was about to say fan favorite, but I guess that could be true as well, but not exactly what I was trying to get at. Well liked. It would be well liked by our little community here, because yeah, which, again, I kind of like, why am I surprised y'all like Hercule Poirot? It is essentially Ace Attorney. It's a mystery game. Oh wow. A lot of people came to this community because they were playing the mystery game, and they like other mysteries. I'm like, why am I surprised? Oh yeah, I guess that's same. Some of you also joined during when I was playing another code. I had to think about that because I usually call it a trace memory. But yeah, we have actually quite a few mystery games. I mean, even Octopath Traveler 2 has mystery segments with, I guess it'd be Oswald and Temenos for sure. You straight up have detective moments with Temenos, man. I love that so much. I'm like, can we have a spin-off of Octopath Traveler where we just do detective stuff? And then battle? That'd be so cool! A detective game where you still have the RPG elements in? Like, what was it? What would it be? A graphic novel RPG? That'd be cool! Though I get the feeling the people who like RPGs would complain. Oh wait, if you like JRPGs, because it is a JRPG, then we're used to having more lengthy story segments. That might work. Oh, I would love that. I'm very biased though, clearly. But I should wrap it up here. And like I said before, if you did like the video, please leave likes and comments if you so wish. And maybe even subscribe or follow, depending on the platform. Because as I always say, I'm both on YouTube and Twitch. I do appreciate it. I do see that y'all join, and I'm like, yes. The community, the little painted mouse I'm screwing up my words again. My little painted mouse group herd. My little painted mouse herd is getting bigger. Yes. So we're inky little meesies this time of year. Spooky. Spooky meese. Okay. Oh, you know what? Actually, you guys can stay. You guys can stay. Inky mice instead of painted mice. And I'm a witchy Leona instead of my normal booky Leona. Ah. I'm still a little bit booky. Oh, here. You know what? Let me... Wait, yeah. See? I have a little bit of books still. I'm not really well off, though, in this appearance, but I'm still fine. I'm fine. I'm just pretending. But anyway, regardless, if you're here live or watching the VOD, thank you very much for coming. But for now, I must bid you a farewell with fun. Bye-bye! And I hope to see you in another video!